Father and son Footie, on and on, here with Jamie Void Blue, and we are doing a longer version. We have a shorter version on TikTok and Instagram, and so finally we win. We won. Did that really happen? Yes, it was not a dream. We finally put some chances away. Tell me, when that Cole Palmer goal went in the first half, did you feel like we're going to be losing it? Did you know they're going to be coming back? Because again, we didn't take a million of our chances.
They did come back, and then we scored 2 goals. And Nani came back. He scored something that would still go in, but
okay. So let's start by talking about the development of the game, and then we'll talk about some performances. So in terms of the development of the game, we came out strong, as it seems that this team normally does, and then started the usual, don't worry, we're going to get a goal here. We can sniff a goal. It's going to come. It's going to come. It's not coming. It's going to come, though. It's not coming. Oh, shit, we're letting them back into the game. Where's the goal? And then we let them back in. Can we get down to halftime 1-0 up? Either we do, or by the skin of our teeth.
The second time they score extra time.
It is and was a shame. We invited the team back in. Is this a result of the team being young, or is this a result of tactics? What's going on? So in terms of the development of the goal of the game, the first half was good. Palmer, what do you think about his first half performance?
First class.
And Chalobah. Chalobah did a fantastic job. This is the most solid we've looked for a while. And this is what happens with Sanchez. We're like, oh, he's having a great game. He's doing really good. He's doing great. Oh, shit. Here is number 6 mistake leading to a goal, or 4. I don't know, but the highest 4. 4th mistake leading to a goal.
Highest in the top 5 leagues.
In Europe. So, on one hand, incredible shot stopper. On the other hand, just errors that lead to goals again and again and again. You can see that there's a great goalie there. You can really see it if he just stops making these brain farts. Is he, though? I don't know. We're going to have to see. I mean, we're talking about a 27-year-old here. In footballing terms, You're not talking about a kid. It's a liability. It is a liability of this team. When a lot of the pundits of the Premier League said this, I was like, no, Sanchez is doing great. But now I see it, because you can't really say, can you, that this is isolated. It's just time and time again. However, do you think that he got better in ball distribution?
This game, he became worse. This game, he passed it right to them. He crossed it to Kukureya, right to them.
There seems to be, what I was going for actually was that I think he did. I think that he did
in
get
the past
better.
Season, but now overall, yes, but
okay. So let me see if I got what you're saying. Overall, he did get better in ball distribution. This game, he didn't so much. Yeah. Okay. So if he is getting better on ball distribution, maybe he'll get better with the mistakes. Maybe that's why Chelsea are keeping faith in him. Do you believe it?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure. The goalkeeper situation, we have like 18 goalkeepers. Petrovic is doing quite well in Strasbourg. I said it like a German Strasbourg. That is much more Strasbourg. That is more fun. Where Santos is doing great. We've not called him back. I think that's a good decision. Letting him bulk up and letting him hold down that position.
Where is he playing?
He's playing CDM in Strasbourg.
Oh, no.
He's in France, and other Blue Co team. I hope Blue Co buy another team soon. Hopefully a team in Portugal. However, in terms of goalies, in terms of there is that kid with the Belgian kid that we bought. Maybe we're waiting to see what's happening with him.
Yeah,
maybe
I was going to say maybe he can play against Man City.
Who?
The new center back.
Oh, Anselminho, the Argentinian. I doubt that'll happen. He's a kid. He needs to learn. It's good that he's with us. He's going to take some time. I think he's more of a prospect for next year.
Cole was injured.
Well, look at our defense. Our defense was great. Okay, so how do you think our defense went?
Chalobah was definitely the best. He had very good chances in scoring. He pretty much scored a goal, but Noni tapped it in.
That's true. Before we get up the pitch, let's stay with the defense a little bit. I think that you're absolutely bang on. What else
James
do you have to
also
say?
had a very good game.
Yeah, Captain James.
Didn't make a mistake like Gusto. He made a mistake after he played 10 minutes, and he made a mistake already.
Well, so let's see. Let's try and unpack this a little bit. We're seeing that the rotation that Maresca likes using in the back consists of Chalobah actually being brought back in as a center back, not as a right back. That's bold, and it worked fantastically. He single-handedly kept us in that first half, really holding down what is Colwell's position. Did it well, did ball distribution, did gumming up the pitch, did it very smart, did it very well. Fantastic. So good to see him back. What a professional. What a testament to the fact that if you just stay true, stay humble, and just get on with your job, a lot of good things will happen.
Tosin is the other defender that scored a goal. So our defenders are looking very good.
Okay, I agree. Now, formation-wise, right? So James is on the right. James is on the right, and Gusto seems to be a backup for the left, not Vega. Vega seems to be on the way out. Bought him for 16, going to sell him for 20 or 30, make a quick profit, and Vega seems to be on the way out. That seems to be what's going to be happening with Vega, which is a shame. I like the guy. I thought he really liked Chelsea. He really had some fire in him, but, when players say the wrong things, he started saying stuff like, oh yeah, I'm happy to go.
And you said something about Garnacho moving to Chelsea?
Okay, so that's up in the wings. We'll get to the wings. Let's stay with the defense a little bit more. And that is the fact that there seems to be a pattern that's bothering me that I wanted to talk to you about. The second ball. Okay, so the way that we seem to be playing out from the back every single time is one of two options, right? So either we start passing it around the right and find an overlap, find the free player, so pass it to the right, create an overlap, pass it to the left, create an overlap, and look for somebody like if there's three players down here on this side, then Cucurella becomes free, you give him the ball and he can run up. That's one pattern that we're playing a lot. The second pattern we're playing a lot is just lobbing up high to one of the wingers.
To Noni.
All right, so one of the wingers, Noni or Neto or whoever's there, right? Okay. And sometimes Jackson loses the ball. Every single time he loses the ball. So anyway, if I go back to it, one of the problems that has been happening that you and I have talked about is the fact that on that first or second ball, somebody in defensive midfield or wing just loses the ball, just does something too fancy, does something too soft, and just gets dispossessed with a defensive error leading immediately to a chance. And just the boys not playing it smart, not playing it safe, trying to be a bit fancy. Am I the only one that's seeing this, or do you see this too?
I see too. Sancho and Palmer are the only people that I actually believe in doing this fancy stuff. Noni, not the most. Neto, again, not the most. Cucurella also thinks he's a winger. He also thinks that he's that good dribbler, but I don't think he is.
Well, Cuckoo has turned up the front 2 goals now from very similar positions, closing it in.
Beautiful goal today.
Beautiful goal. So Cuckoo came up with that second goal, being the man in the box and putting it in with a fadeaway half volley shot. Yeah, mwah, beautiful. Really fucking defensive stuff there. Loved it. Pardon my French. It's Australian for a good day. Then we come up to CDMs and defensive midfields. There's this guy, I haven't seen it all. Kieran Dewsbury Hall suddenly turns up in midfield.
Finally, a good game.
Finally, he put in a good game. Even Enzo Maresca said about him, hey, maybe we won't sell. He didn't say it in these words, but what he meant was maybe we won't sell this guy after all. Let's see what he can do. But he put in a great shift in that double pivot role in the CDM. Caicedo, however, has had 3 games where, look, Caicedo I don't think has bad games.
More, all of the games that we haven't won and tied have been bad games.
Well, let me just make a tiny shift with that for me, is that it's not that he has bad games, is that he has bad moments. And he has a decent game overall, sometimes even good, but his mistakes lead to a goal. Obviously, we can mention that bad tackle that he made that led to the 1-1 against Bournemouth last week. That was horrible decision making. And he's had a few of these. Absolutely true. And he's had a few of these, you know, and again, he's had them in this game too. Overall, really good game. And then he just has these few moments that really put us at risk. I have no idea what's going on. Maybe he's putting too much pressure on himself, but it's just worth mentioning. Then let's get into the one, the only, the Cole Palmer. Oh my God. They even put 4 players on him, like 4, boxing in on him like that.
And he's still scoring goals.
And this kid still finds a way through. Even Maresca said this is probably one of his best games. I thought it really was.
Still his best game. 4 defenders on him or 4 goals?
Well said. This kid, I thought was phenomenal. I thought that
he scores in every single game.
He scores. He puts the ball on the thing, and that's why Felix isn't getting a chance.
The first time,
just too good.
The first time or the second time this season, he gets subbed off.
He needs a bit of a rest. There's obviously problems with his ankle. Let's see how he trains.
And he still scores a goal every game.
Yeah, and we got a big one coming up. So, Man City in the Etihad.
He's going to go like this against them.
Just watch out for that. Sorry about that noise. I can see your excitement. We got to get used to these mics. At any rate, the point I'm trying to make is that Palmer had a wonderful game. However, despite Maresca begging his wingers for support, and despite the fact that Noni got on the score sheet, did you feel like the wingers gave support to the fantastic midfield? No.
Palmer, 4 defenders on him. The left back and the right back came onto him. They left the wingers open, but they didn't come up to mark them and help Palmer. They stayed in their position.
Well, for me...
I would say come up, help him, and pass it.
During the game, Jamie, you mentioned a certain Ukrainian player that you feel that we're missing very much.
Mudryk.
We're sad about Mudryk. We really felt like he was coming into
Ukraine gave him drugs that he didn't know were illegal. And now he's out for the entire season.
Well, we're going to be following what happens with that, but it is just a sad tale. However, Noni on the right, Neto on the left, back to the beginning of the season where suddenly from a very, very big roster, we suddenly look thin on the ground because Nacho can't play every single minute in every single game.
Nacho or Sancho?
Thank you.
Nacho.
Who is Nacho? Sancho.
There is a defender.
I'm hungry. So we had Neto on the left. I felt like Neto was getting better and better as the game went on. And you could see that he had some words with Maresca as he was being taken off. Somebody had to go. Something had to change.
Noni should have gone and subbed off, not Neto.
And then Noni goes and pokes it in. So look.
He didn't do anything. He could have touched it. He couldn't. If he didn't touch it, it would still go in.
We will never know. But you may be right. At any point,
he didn't need to do that. He just wanted to go.
You got to make sure. What if he wouldn't have touched it and it wouldn't have gone in? We'd be here criticizing him. At any rate, let's go back to it for a second. The midfield play, quite predictable, but didn't do the job. Why would you say that happened? What is your take on why that happened?
Wolves a low block team.
Oh, all the teams that we got 1-1 against or even lost to were playing low blocks against us. That is what we knew was going to happen. We are just too good and they're playing low blocks and they're catching us on the counter. Teams that are very good on that, controlling the tempo of the game. You can pass it as much as you want in midfield. You ain't getting through. That is a low block. Mourinho did it very successfully at Chelsea for years. Now, if we go back to it, I would say... one too many touches. I would say one too many touches, one too many dribbles. The wingers and Jackson.
Can he just let Jackson go? I'm starting to not believe in him anymore. Give Guyu a chance.
we said this throughout the game. Just give Guyu a chance. Guyu,
Even in Kunku, give anyone a chance.
we got good pressers of the ball. I mean, Guyu is a good presser of the ball. Got
Jackson
that energy.
took it off of them and did one super bad touch and lost the ball instantly.
So Jackson does have these good
Movements?
off-the-ball movements, a lot of industry, but he's just been really bad at holding the ball recently. He's been great at running into space,
The
great
one
at pulling a
moment where
defender.
he completely broke that defender's ankle in the corner line.
It's like it seems like every game, Jamie, there's like 3 really, really, really big chances that he just fluffs completely. This is back to last year's Jackson, which wasn't there in the beginning.
Remember
of the
when
season.
Jackson hit it off target from a tap-in?
Oh yes.
Off target.
And you
put
could
the ball in
see
net.
by this point Sancho was already in. I was like, did I say Nacho again? No, I said Sancho. Sancho was in, and you could see him. There was a video that came out that he's on the board because he just gave it to him on a plate.
And he just takes it off.
And he just puts in the
Miss
most
it off. Miss it.
ridiculous, like terrible miss. And Sancho is just there going, what just happened? And
I like how Palmer's always calm about it and laughs when Jackson misses his tap-ins.
incredible.
But Sancho is just like, get this guy off the goddamn field. If he misses a tap-in, take him off.
Maresca just isn't giving Guyu the chance, isn't giving Nkunku the chance. I can understand why he didn't play
I really hope that
Nkunku.
Guyu plays the round of 16s in the what's it called?
Conference in
Conference.
March. Okay, listen, that's it from us for today. Thank you for joining in. And hey,
It looks like fine.
we got a big match coming up against Man City. We're gonna do the preview on that.
Hope the best for Man City. Don't hope the best for Man City, but I hope we smash them
Keep the blue flag.
flying high.